Hey everybody, this is Darren SABEDRA again with Bay Area Preps HQ, high school home for the Mercury News and East Bay Times. He's Mike LEFKOW. It is week 10 of the high school football season, and we are here to make more predictions. Mike, last week kind of showed you were human a little bit. You had 4 losses. You had only 7 all season going into the weekend. What the heck happened?
Well, I mean, 3 of the losses were real. I mean, they were coin flip games, and I just happened to flip the wrong coin. Branham was the one that really proved me wrong. I thought for sure Overfelt would win, and Branham goes out and beats him by 6
Tip of the cap to Branham.
Hey, shout out to
because I also picked Overfelt. So Branham,
I won't get fooled again by Branham.
You are legit. We're not picking Branham this week. They're not on this list.
If they must happen to be on the list.
Unless again, you're not going to get fooled again.
Oh no, I'm picking Branham.
I will be in Hayward on Friday night for MOREAU Catholic against James Logan for the Mission Valley Athletic League Championship. MOREAU's the defending champ. James Logan is trying to reclaim the title that it held, I believe, for years, right? I mean, James Logan used to roll to the MVAL.
Yeah, of course, they were an independent for 4 years. So
right.
It's been a while, but I'm going to pick James Logan, 48-39, high-scoring game. I think 2 good offenses, players that can come up with big plays.
I mean, Logan's won back-to-back games by the same score, 68-0, beating
right.
Irvington and American. Competition obviously is going to, it's going to step up this week with MOREAU on the other side of the field. I think it's going to be a competitive game. I can't pick it because I'm going to be there. You cannot pick the Los Lomas CAMPOLINDO game because you're going to be there.
Right.
Campo coming off a stunning loss to Acalani, 17-7. Previous week, Los Lomas hammered Acalanes, and I am taking Los Lomas, although I think Campo is going to kind of right itself a little bit. I'm predicting a tight game, 34-27 for Los Lomas.
You know, the thing is, last time CAMPOLINDO played at Acalanes, they lost 2 years ago. So Acalanes is tough against Campo at home.
Next game on our list is the Pete Lavorado Bowl. For those who don't know, Pete Lavorado, the coach at the King's Academy, used to coach at Sacred Heart Prep, built that program up. They were the CCS's #1 team back, I believe it was 2014, with Ben Burkervin leading the way, who went on to become the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year this past season at Washington, now with the Seattle Seahawks. Well, Pete Lavorado has moved on to the King's Academy, where he's coached for a couple of years. He will be going up against his former team, Sacred Heart Prep. Sacred Heart Prep is ranked at #20, coming off a loss to Menlo Atherton, and the King's Academy is 7-0. You have Sacred Heart Prep 27-24. I have TKA 27-21. Vitas Masica will be there for the Mercury News and East Bay Times.
The home field advantage will prevail for SHP.
Okay, both of us like Los GATOS over Palo Alto. This game's kind of interesting because now we're getting close to playoff time, and the CCS has this new system in place where they're going to use computerized rankings and their old point system, which, as you heard from a coach in the CCS, you're not even sure a Stanford mathematician can figure this stuff out.
Well, I mean, I've heard from a couple coaches that they say they have no idea how to do it.
Anyhow, I'm getting the sense from talking to coaches that if Los GATOS wins this game, it's in Division I with the big boys, with Sarah and Valley Christian, and if it were to lose this game, could be back down in Division II, which would be an easier path to a section championship and a regional. My prediction is Los GATOS 24, Palo Alto 23. You, on the other hand, a close game, 21-14 for Los GATOS.
Right.
ENCINAL San Leandro, a very interesting game in the West Alameda County Conference Foothill Division. ENCINAL's defense has been phenomenal this season. I mean, they have about 1,000 shutouts, right? I mean,
they've got 6 shutouts.
Jesus.
Giving up 32 points all year.
I am not predicting an ENCINAL shutout on Friday night, and they will be at home for San Leandro. But I am predicting ENCINAL to win 14-10. You, on the other hand, are predicting San Leandro to win 13-12.
Yeah.
You flip the coin, or what happened? You usually take the home team when in doubt, and you took the visiting team here.
I just think San Leandro's experience, it might be the difference in this game. The 2 good coaches, 2 good programs. I'm going to go with maybe a little bit of an upset on this one.
Have I said that we have a lot of interesting games on this list?
Yeah,
because, I mean, there are some really, this might be the best list of the entire season.
Well, and we left off about 4 or 5.
I know. So next on our list is Monte Vista at 6-2, going to Clayton Valley, which is still unranked, think I put them in my rankings, but I guess
think I
the
did
other
too,
pollsters did not. They are coming off that big win last week at Foothill. Monte Vista had to rally late to beat California. Well, now Monte Vista is going to Clayton Valley. I'm thinking Clayton's going to win this game, and so do you. I'm predicting Clayton Valley 24, Monte Vista 21, and Mike here has to 19 to 17. You're picking a tight game too.
Oh, I think it's going to be a real close game. Two great players in that game, though, and Marquis Gervais from Clayton Valley and Jacob Oliphant from Monte Vista.
And this will be the only time these teams will play one another, because Monte Vista is heading off for the Division I bracket, and Clayton Valley now has qualified for the Division II bracket.
Right.
Because of the way it's set up in the NCS, where they go kind of by enrollment, and then they kind of move teams up, and Clayton Valley dropped this year, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to explain how NCS does it any more than CCS does it.
They know more than us, I guess.
Well, okay. I think both of them could make it a little simpler, frankly.
Another big game in the TCAL, where El Cerrito will be traveling to Salesian on Saturday. I'm taking Salesian to win this one 28-24, whereas you are going with El Cerrito 26-23. I mean, a lot of these games are really tight.
Yeah, I just think El Cerrito, they've gotten themselves straightened out after a little bit of a slow start, and they're deep. But these two schools are heated rivals, believe me.
It should be an interesting game. Another game on the list, Live Oak at Leland on Friday night. Live Oak coming in at 6-1 with its only loss to Oak Grove. Leland at 5-2 with losses to Los Gatos and Wilcox. Again, we are both predicting a very tight game. I'm predicting Leland to win on his home field 27-26, and you are taking Leland to win 30-28. Wow.
I think we're pretty much in agreement.
Jeez. Yet another tight game on the list. MITTY playing its only night game of the season on its home field. Normally they play at Foothill College, but like at Sarah, they're allowed to play one night home game where they bring in the portable lights. St. Francis coming in, rivals from the South Bay. St. Francis coming in at 2-5. According to your research, St. Francis has not had a losing season in since 2008?
Right.
So this would put them at, well, they could make the playoffs and maybe do something. But anyhow, if they don't win this game, they're going to finish under 500 for the regular season. But neither of us are expecting them to lose this game. I'm predicting St. Francis 17, MITTY 16. I don't know why MITTY has done nothing for me to make that prediction. I mean, they played Sarah close. They won big last week. They seem to be peaking at the right time, but still I'm taking St. Francis. You?
Yeah, I'm picking them. What did I say this?
St. Francis 28-24.
My reasoning was, again, St. Francis, a lot of tradition, a great program, great coaching. Same thing that MITTY has, but pride sometimes enters into it.
This will be a heck of a game. This will be a heck of a game at MITTY. Big crowd. These teams will bring a big crowd. It should be an entertaining game. Last on our list, which we're not expecting this to be a close game, but we put this on our list because of the respect that we have for both coaches in this game. Mike Janda at Bellarmine, Mike Machado at Valley Christian. It'll be Valley Christian against Bellarmine at San Jose City College on Friday night. Valley's a heavy favorite, and neither of us expect Bellarmine to pull off an upset. I'm predicting Valley 42-7, and you're predicting Valley 41-6.
Yeah, not a lot of difference.
And we do not look at each other's picks before this.
No.
So that is one thing that we do here. We do not look at each other. We do them on our separate little doc, and then we bring them together in an email. So I guess we're thinking alike now. We've been doing this too long. 10 weeks? No, we started in week 3, so 8 weeks.
Yeah, and after a while, you can figure out what kind of teams you're dealing with, and like I think, I was kind of surprised you picked St. Francis to beat MITTY. I thought that was going to be my upset, and then you picked it too. And
well, I was anticipating you picking MITTY, and I need to make up ground.
Well, I think we were both kind of looking at it. I looked at it from the standpoint that again, like I said, St. Francis, great program, great coach, great tradition. MITTY has all those things too, but St. Francis wants to avoid that losing season. and they're going to be playing to that pride all week.
Well, it's going to be a great game in the WCAL. Be sure to check out all our coverage at mercurynews.com, eastbaytimes.com. How much is that digital subscription?
$1 a week.
$1 a week, $52 for the year. Be sure to grab that subscription. We're kind of in a competition with some of the other sports that we do.
Look at the price of a subscription is half a tank of gas. It's $4 a gallon.
That's true. That's true. Very good. He's Mike Lefkow. I'm Darren Sabedra. That's a wrap here from sunny Walnut Creek.